EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with their opponents. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's crossing. He's checking. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 31, check 31. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hands it off out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Here we go, D.
60 Bison. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down, Harper. This is caught. It's Kirk. And touchdown! Christian Kirk, 66 yards. And the Black Knights have moved out in front. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Second and 4. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guy.
Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Looking to throw. Harper. This will be caught. Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Looking to throw on second down. Harper looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field. And
he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Scampering home from 19 yards out, and the Bears will add on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing?
Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, 73 yards. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
2nd and 6. Rolling to his right. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right, going for it all. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 29 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Throwing on first down. Harper forced out to his left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harper going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Looking to throw. Harper. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They come up short here on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. To Evans on the slant. And he's got this down to the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a handoff looking right, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll set up a throw. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Whatever you're talking about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 70 yards on the ground for him so far.
Bert, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harper. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKinney. Touchdown! A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Black Knights are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, The coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. On first down, Harper eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
To throw on second down, Harper. Throw left side complete. That's McKinney. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Black Knights have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Big 3rd down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Chicago, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis, I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.